the town where colors disappeared. Once upon a time, in a cheerful little town called Marybright, every single house was painted a different color. The rooftops were lemon yellow, the doors were bubblegum pink, and the shutters were mint green and lavender and sky blue. Even the sidewalks had happy splashes of color, as if someone had spilled a giant box of crayons and left them to melt into the stone. People in Marybright loved their colors. They wore bright socks, rainbow hats, and sneakers that glittered in the sunlight. The ice cream shop served 12 flavors, each a different shade, and even the cats wore tiny bandanas dyed with tie-dye swirls. But one morning, something strange happened. No one noticed it right away, but by midday, someone pointed to a garden and shouted, "Why are the tulips gray?" At first, people thought it was just a trick of the light. But then someone else gasped, "Look! My red wagon is pale and dull." Soon, whispers spread, the colors were vanishing. Bit by bit, they faded like watercolors left in the rain. First the flowers, then the doors, then people's clothes. Even the sky looked washed out, like someone had turned the brightness down. No one knew why it was happening, and no one knew how to stop it. Well, almost no one. In a quiet corner of the town, 11-year-old Nora was staring at a photo she had taken just yesterday. It was of her dog, Popcorn, who normally wore a bright orange bow tie. But now, the picture looked like it had been printed in black and white. "This is weird," Nora whispered. Popcorn barked once, softly, as if agreeing. Nora had always been curious. She kept notebooks full of questions like, "Why do bees buzz?" and "What if clouds are ticklish?" and "Can you taste colors with your eyes?" Now, she had a new mystery to solve. Where are all the colors going? She grabbed her magnifying glass, her flashlight, and a peanut butter sandwich, just in case, and set off. Nora walked past the candy shop, now full of gray lollipops, the carousel, spinning in gloomy silence, and the usually jolly fountain, which looked like it had cried all its colors away. She followed tiny clues no one else had noticed, a single blue feather in the gutter, a trail of faint footprints near the library. And then, outside the town, in the field of sunflowers, which now looked like statues, she found something curious. A small patch of color. It was a single daisy, still yellow and full of life. "How are you still colorful?" Nora asked it, kneeling down. A gentle breeze tickled her ears. And then, she heard something. Not with her ears exactly, but with her heart. A kind of hum. A soft, shimmering sound like bells dipped in honey. Nora turned around and saw a glimmer, like light bending the wrong way. She walked slowly toward it. With each step, the air grew warmer, richer, sweeter. And then, she stepped through something she couldn't see. On the other side, she gasped. There was a hidden glade, bursting with color. Trees with turquoise bark and coral leaves, flowers that shimmered with 3 colors at once, and birds whose feathers glowed like jellyfish in a dream. And standing in the middle of it all was a child. A boy. maybe a bit older than Nora. He was wearing robes of color that shifted like fire and fog. "I knew someone would find this place," he said. His voice was calm, like still water. "You're the first to ask the right questions." Nora blinked. "Are you taking the colors?" "No," said the boy gently. "But the town was forgetting them. Colors need wonder. They feed on joy, on curiosity. When people stop noticing them, really noticing them, they start to fade." Nora's heart thudded. "But we didn't mean to forget." The boy nodded. "I know. So now you must remind them." "How?" she asked. He handed her a small object, a marble. But inside it, colors danced and spun like fireworks underwater. "This will help," he said. "Bring it to the center of town. Let them see. Let them remember." So Nora ran. She ran faster than ever before, popcorn dashing beside her. As she reached Merry Bright Square, the marble pulsed in her hand like a heartbeat. People gathered, eyes wide, breath held. Nora held the marble high. And then, it burst. Not with a bang, not with a boom, but with a gentle wave, like a hug made of light. The color returned. But not just returned, it bloomed. Brighter than before. Richer. Sweeter. Doors didn't just look red, they looked like cherries and sunsets and laughter. The sky sang in blues. The grass laughed in greens. And people remembered. They started noticing again. Stopping to admire a butterfly's wing. Giggling at the stripe on a sock. Sharing favorite color names like marigold and periwinkle. Nora smiled. Popcorn barked. And somewhere far away, in the secret glade, the boy watched and smiled too. From that day on, Merry Bright was never just bright. It was brilliant. And the colors? They never left again. See you next time, kids, and don't forget to notice the colors around you. Good night.